Oh my God, 2020 has been amazing. This year has gone exactly as I thought it would go. All my plans went through smoothly and it's just been like a joy of relaxation. Well, of course, I'm joking. Hola mi gente y bienvenidos a Spring Spanish. Mi nombre es Paulísima, my name is Paulísima, and I'm one of the Spanish teachers here at Spring Spanish. Y soy tu favorita, por supuesto, and I'm your favorite, of course. Cada vez que acaba un año, every time a year ends, we get all nostalgic about the year that is ending, and at the same time, we get very excited about el año nuevo, about the new year. Tal vez, perhaps, 2020 is going to be particularly easy to let go of because it has been, well, you know.
Coronavirus! Coronavirus!
No importa qué tan devastador, loco, extraño, desesperante, unique 2020 has been, we can always say goodbye to it in style. And since we are going to do that, why don't we do it the best way possible? That is, a la mexicana. The Mexican way. En este video vas a aprender, in this video you will learn 5 tradiciones mexicanas, 5 Mexican traditions to welcome el año nuevo, the new year. Y te recuerdo, and let me remind you, that here at the Spring Spanish YouTube channel, we have 5 lessons every day, from Monday to Friday. Hopefully, watching these videos made by your humble servant and the other Spanish teachers has already become a tradition for you. If not, you gotta make sure that happens. So, suscríbete ahora mismo, subscribe right now y dale click a la campanita and click on that little bell so you don't have to ever miss these weekly Spanish lessons. They're for free. Come on, get them. Let me know in the comments if the traditions that I will be discussing in this video are similar to yours, or do they remind you in any way of something that you or your family do in New Year's Eve? Let me know. I'm dying to know. Empecemos. Primero, first, let me tell you a little bit about how we celebrate New Year's Eve in Mexico. Whereas on Christmas, we spend the whole of Christmas Eve having dinner together as family, things can be a little bit more relaxed for New Year's Eve. So, a lot of Mexicans will have dinner at home with their families, and then afterwards they will go out someplace else to party. Well, not this year, of course. Well, in my family, we don't do that. In my family, we both have dinner together in New Year's Eve, and then after dinner, we have a huge party. So, in my family, we get together around 9 p.m., and we always get together at my mom's place, of course, and she makes this huge pot of el mejor platillo del mundo, the best dish in the world. Se llama pozole. The name of this dish is pozole. So after we eat the pozole, there's plenty, well, after and during, and before the pozole too, there's plenty of booze. We break piñatas as well, we have firecrackers, and it's all like a very, very big party. It's really one of the biggest party we throw as a family, and everyone's invited. If you ever have the opportunity to be invited to a Mexican family's New Year's Eve party, go. So, here are the top 5 Mexican traditions to welcome the new year. Número 1. Estrenar ropa interior. Wearing new underwear. Pay attention here to the word estrenar. Estrenar. There's no an English equivalent for this word, estrenar. It means to wear something for the first time. So, en la noche vieja, in the old night, that's the literal translation of the phrase la noche vieja, which means New Year's Eve, we are supposed to wear ropa interior of a very specific color. We have to wear either roja, like my dress, red, if we want el año nuevo, the new year, to bring lots of love to our lives. If we want the new year to come with a lot of gold, cash, money, mula, varo, then we have to wear yellow underwear. Sí, exactamente. Ropa interior amarilla. Yellow underwear. Wait, I want both money and love, so I'm gonna be wearing a combo. Número 2. Comer 12 uvas a la medianoche. Eating 12 grapes at midnight. Cada uva, each grape, represents a resolution for the new year, and you are supposed to eat the 12 grapes right at midnight. Some people say that you have to eat the 12 grapes actually in the first 12 seconds of the new year. Like 12 grapes in 12 seconds? It seems like somebody's trying really hard to spend el año nuevo en la sala de emergencias, in the emergency room. Número 3. Correr con las maletas hacia la calle. Running with your bags towards the street. El objetivo de esta superstición, the objective of this superstition, is to ensure that the next year brings a lot of traveling with it. Esta superstición, in particular, this one about the bags, can be found in many other parts of Latin America other than Mexico. That's for sure. Let me know if you know somebody from other places in Latin America or any other part of the world that also does this thing about, running with your bags in hope that there will be traveling in store for one. Número 4. Quemar el año viejo y tronar cohetes. To burn down the old year and crack firecrackers. This tradition is particularly popular in the south of Mexico. So people will make this doll or dummy that represents el año viejo, the old year, and they do this dummy with like fabric or paper, and then they stuff it with things that can be burned, like again, fabric and paper, and they put tons of firecrackers inside the dummy. So after midnight, once you run with your bags, eating the grapes, then people goes to the street and they just light this dummy on fire. I'm guessing that setting on fire the dummy that represents 2020 is going to be particularly fun to do for those who like quemar el año viejo. The firecrackers are not limited to those that are inside the dummy of el año viejo. Actually, a lot of people and a lot of children spend some good amount of time during the celebrations of the New Year's outside lighting up firecrackers, and I have to say, is it the safest thing to do for children? No. Is it fair for all the dogs that spend all night in misery because they are suffering from, like the awful sound of firecrackers? No, it's absolutely not fair for the dogs, it's not safe for the children. I don't know why we do it, but it's a lot of fun. Número 5. El recalentado. El primer día del año, the first day of the year, is a national holiday. It's a bank holiday, so nobody works, and therefore everybody is invited to my mom's house to eat the leftovers. El recalentado, it literally means the reheated one. Yeah. But we use this term to refer not only to the fact that we're eating the leftovers from the night before, but it's more about the whole experience, It's getting together with the family, having coffee, eating leftovers, playing some drinking games. Maybe everybody can talk about what Aunt Mary did last night when she was all happy and drunk. It's an experience, it's a way of bonding with your family and talking over about all the events from last night, and it's just the perfect way to start a new year. Often, el recalentado becomes a party on its own. But it's never, well, I can't say it's never as crazy because I had gone to some recalentados that went wild. But in general, recalentados, though they can morph into a party on their own, they tend to be a quieter version of a party because, everybody is tired and hangover. Muy bien. So now you know the top 5 Mexican traditions to welcome the new year. Next time a Mexican asks you to come to their fiesta de Año Nuevo or to their El Recalentado, you know exactly what to expect and you know exactly what to do. To make sure your Spanish is up to the level to really enjoy yourself when you are in a party surrounded by Spanish speakers, make sure to go right now, but like right now, to check out the free Spanish training that we have put together for you so you can learn about the method that we use at Spring Spanish to teach our students to be fluent in Spanish. This method is called conversation-based chunking. I use this method through my videos and we use it too at the Spring Spanish Academy to ease the students' way into fluency. This was Paulísima y fue un placer estar con ustedes. Hasta la próxima. Remember to subscribe to the Spring Spanish YouTube channel, like this video and share it with anyone interested in learning Spanish for good.